Welcome back to another video. It is another week. It is week 4, the final heavy week before British. It is Monday the 3rd of November. It is 7:10 in the evening. Mondays are crazy. I literally say this every single week. If you watch all of my videos, you will know. Mondays are crazy, and today has definitely been one of the busiest. My to-do list was huge today. I got everything I needed to done, but I had a bit of a time crunch because my mum came over this afternoon and we went to Dunelm, just around the corner from mine. So I got some vouchers for my birthday, which makes me feel so old that for my birthday I got vouchers to buy stuff for our house. But basically did a huge shop in Dunelm, which was way more expensive than I wanted it to be. But finally started to get some kind of like colour schemes going through the house a little bit. We got some decoration stuff for the bedroom. Still need to buy so much more, but we at least made a start today, and I can kind of start to see where like each room's gonna have like its own little colour and stuff, and we're getting there. Big adult shop. But because of that, basically I finished work, she got to ours literally as I was then finishing my last task for the day as she pulled up. Then it was literally just a case of, right, say hello, like I had to get changed, leave the house, go straight there. We were there for about an hour or so, get home, put some stuff away, and then it was literally have food, because I realised I didn't actually have lunch, have food, walk Zuko, come home. By that point it was like 7:15 and I was like, I am dehydrated, like I have not had enough drink with me today, I have not had enough to drink. Nutrition's been fine, but the hydration has not. It is a heavy session today. Like Lewis has told me his target for me for today, and I will want to hit that target. I don't say I will hit that target, but like I want to hit that target, and it not be an RP10. I need to make it move well, which means I need to lock in. And I find Mondays really hard because I just haven't stopped to sit. So I gave myself 10-15 minutes on the sofa to just get some drink in me, get some electrolytes in, sip on my drink, and then it was just like, okay, let's sort myself out. I also got a couple of doormats today. I cleaned the gym last week, like brought my shelves down from my office. I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well. But basically I brought those shelves down from my office. My sister actually gave them to me when I think we moved in here, not long after we moved in, because she was going to sell them on Facebook Marketplace, and then she's like, you might as well just have them. They've been in my office, but I can't really have open shelves in my office with Zuko, because I mean he does, like I let him in there whenever I'm in there, and he will just grab stuff off them constantly. So like the bottom 2 shelves have been completely empty. The 3rd shelf has literally just had like a couple of bits that he's not interested in on them, and like it's just a waste, basically, a waste of space in my office, and I'm better off just having drawers and stuff in there that he can't get into. So I was like, I need some kind of storage in this home gym because my stuff is just everywhere. Like that corner where the shelves are was an absolute mess. It was just full of like piles of like old training kit, like some of my new lifting kit, my suitcase was down there, and just stuff that didn't need to be in here. So on Saturday, I had a full clear out of, I literally was gonna just come in here and hoover, like, because I haven't hoovered in here in like a year, which is disgusting. But I was like, no, do you know what? I'm just gonna do everything. So Saturday, like afternoon, I say afternoon, it was the evening, it was like 6 p.m. I was gonna do like a quick 20-minute blitz. It ended up being like over an hour. The wind is blowing against the garage door. It ended up being literally over an hour of, I'm so sorry for the noise in the background, of me just sorting the gym. And it's one of those things where when I get started on a project, I have to finish it. So I brought the shelves down from my office, which I was actually just going to do today when my mum was here and get her to help me with it, but I was like, nah, do you know what, I'll just do it on my own on Saturday. So all of my training kit and just the odd bits and stuff as well that were just in here for storage are all on there now. The whole floor has been hoovered, it's nice and clean in here, and I've got a doormat for just inside the front door so that when it's raining I don't have to come in here with wet, dirty shoes. And I also got a doormat, most importantly, to go underneath the bench, so that I'm actually benching on more of like a carpet texture rather than on just the rubber matting, because obviously my feet aren't going to slip on rubber matting, although there was so much dust on there before I cleaned up, they actually were starting to slip a little bit. I've also brought down my Avancus, my white pair, so I've been training in my black pair. I got a white pair for Commonwealth last year. Didn't buy them brand new, got them on Vinted. I don't think they've ever been worn though, so they are pretty much brand new. I wore them for Commonwealth, and I'm going to wear them for British as well because I'm on the final day at British. And if you don't know, when you're competing, obviously you're on carpet. By the 3rd day, or by the last day of an event, even after the 1st day, there is talc stuck into that carpet that they can't hoover out. Like, it's just not possible. And by the time you get to the end of a competition weekend, the floor is going to be slippier than the 1st day. Like, it's just going to be. So because my black Avancus are so worn now, The grip on them is still really good. Like at English, I had no issues. Powering through as comp in May, I had no issues. But I was like, I might as well make use of having the brand new white pair because they're going to be less slippy. The grip on them is going to be better. So I'm going to wear those for British, but I want to get used to wearing them before because I'm probably going to also wear them for all, like, well, not for squats because I wear my heels for squats, but for bench and for deadlifts. And I want to get used to this. Ignore the wind. I want to get used to wearing them for deadlifts. The wind is really powerful outside. I just heard even more. Want to get used to wearing them for sumo because with sumo, obviously you want to be as flat to the floor. Well, with any deadlift, you want to be as flat to the floor as possible. And when you wear a shoe or more the sole, even though the soles are already super thin, it just gets you a little bit more grounded. So I'm going to start wearing them probably from today, to be fair. And I wear them for all my bench sessions at home. And obviously, they're now just for the like 5 weeks or 4.5 weeks into British. Yeah, I don't think there's really much else to say. Body weight is still sitting in the low 87s, which is not ideal, but I did have Wagamama's lunch yesterday, and obviously I tracked it, and I had it within my macros and everything. I also did 20,000 steps yesterday. Not okay. But my average steps last week were well over 10,000, so that's really good. And I think my weight just kind of bloated a little bit from the Wagamamas, in all honesty. So I'm expecting to see a little bit of a drop the next couple of days. And also my body usually does take a good week or two to adjust to doing more steps before it then starts to see the weight loss from that. I'm not going to drop my food yet. I'm going to keep my calories the same this week, my macros the same this week. I think I was 87.4 this morning, which is a little bit up on what I was last Monday, which is really annoying because I do try and compare from like the whole week before. But I'm just going to assess the next few days. If it gets to the end of the week and things are still not looking like they're trending down, might consider dropping them a little bit. I did speak to Lewis about my body weight and just gave him like a bit of an accountability update. And I just said, look, I'm still sitting like low 87s, but I am now, this was last week, I was like, but I am now getting my steps back up again now that we can walk Zuko again, which is our dog. And he said, to be honest, mate, like, rather than dropping calories at this point, like I think just increase your steps, which obviously I was doing anyway. He did say about maybe aiming for more like 12,000 during the actual peak. So from next block, I'll probably aim to average around that this week anyway. Like my normal steps without trying, just from doing like one good long dog walk a day and then just general movement around the house and stuff, is about 9,800 to 10,000 anyway. So it's just a case of pushing them that little bit higher. So just making a little bit of a time forward. Like I think I'm already on 9,000 today, and we didn't even go on that long of a dog walk today, and I've still got to go out to the gym after I've benched. So hoping that extra movement is enough to get my weight down, but I've also kind of accepted that it might just be a really sucky, aggressive water load and gut cut, and then hot bath on the day. But if I have to, I have to. Like, it's not the end of the world. But hopefully I can still just diet that anyway, because I think I did mention a few videos ago, I do want to just generally lose a bit of weight anyway. Obviously at the moment priority is just making weight for British, but I think post-British / into the new year, I would like to cut maybe within my class and just sit there and maybe just slowly build back up again over time, but just actually get myself back down, get my setting point a bit lower and build back up. But to be honest, I'll probably hire someone again and just do that with someone, but I don't know for sure. Part of me kind of misses working with Jane because of like just having that person to talk to about my food. But equally I'm like, well, I am doing it myself. Like I'm being really accountable. I'm not going off track with anything doing it myself, which was what my fear was. And the reason I hired her in the first place was for accountability. So we'll just kind of see. But like right now, financially, just with everything that's been going on in like my personal life, I can justify paying for it, but I don't need to. That's not an extra expense I need right now, basically. Anyway, that was a very long talking clip. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to do my bench and I'm going to make it move. It's very heavy today, so we'll see how it goes. And then we've got to go to the gym. It's going to be a very late finish today, though.
Down by the schoolyard where the A-crowd share Brianna's smile too smooth. They talk about the spring break and oh yeah, Tijuana, here we come. My friends think she's so dumb and stupid, but I won't tell anyone. But her and I got going on. Brianna's brother's buying beer, so freaking cool, can you believe? He'll bring his friends to college guys, our weekend plans are such a dream. My friends think she's so dumb and stupid, but I won't tell anyone. So, this is what happened.
Okay, so bench is done. Nothing really went, it kind of went to plan, didn't really go to plan. I'm now gonna voice note Lewis my feedback for the session. So I was like, let's save some time and I'll just record myself sending him a breakdown of how things were. So then you guys can also see what sort of feedback I'm giving him around my training sessions as well. So I will be voice noting. Hey, so just sent all the bench through. Odd session. I included my last warm up at 97 because it felt really, really comfortable. Obviously the pause wasn't quite a 3 count, but I don't ever do a full 3 count on my warm ups, to be fair. Like I just do like a longish pause. 105, I think it actually, I felt really strong again. Like bench feels insanely strong at the moment, and I've never even attempted multiple reps with a long pause at 105. So when you said the other day about like 102 to 105 being the target, obviously based on how things have gone, I knew that was doable. But part of me was like, oh my God, that's so heavy. Coming in, I expected to just load the 102, but genuinely I felt pretty good. I think I was just really nervous. The pauses were not long enough, and actually the 3rd rep, I kind of laughed at myself because you can see, I know it wasn't a long enough pause, and I kind of started to press, then I hovered it for another second, and then I continued to press. But I would say it felt fairly strong still. I'm not kind of upset with how it moved, because I think having the confidence to do like the 105 was pretty cool. Single at 110 was okay. Everything, the only way I can describe it is bench just feels a bit janky. Like it feels the strongest it has in a really long time, but it just doesn't quite feel right. I did 100 for my set of 6 after. Won't lie, I did think it was supposed to be an RP 8, which is why I went up on last week by 5 kilos. Had I realised it was only meant to be a 7, I would have done probably 97. But I will say it felt really light and comfortable. It just felt awful. Like even the first rep, I don't think you can see it visually very well in the video, but the first rep just felt really awkward. But the set itself was fine. Also, one thing I'm mildly concerned about with British, because I'm on the final day, I'm expecting obviously the carpet to be a bit more talky and just not great. I've changed to my white Avancas just because I've only actually worn them for Commonwealth, so they've got like a fresher sole than my black ones I usually wear. And I actually went shopping today and I bought a doormat to go underneath the bench so I could almost essentially just practice benching on carpet, because at the minute obviously I'm just on rubber mats and the grip is insane, and I've noticed like recently my leg drive has been like through the roof, which is great, but also I'm very aware that on comp day I'm probably then going to suffer with slipping. And I was gonna bench with the mat today, and even on 70 my feet were just flying. Granted it is a brand new doormat and like it is quite soft, so it's not a surprise. I'll probably try it maybe from week 1 just to get used to doing it and using it so that I'm almost prepared for the worst case scenario. But I am mildly concerned that I'm going to struggle with my feet slipping on comp day. But having said that, bench feels really strong. This was a really long voice note, so I'm sorry. And yeah, I'm not mad at how it moved, it just execution wasn't the best. I know you're going to say to me these pauses were not long enough. That was longer than I normally send him, but obviously context is important. Main thing I like to tell him is just kind of how things feel, because sometimes the videos don't really say it, and I will say bench didn't... Warm-ups felt really natural and good. Also, my camera keeps going out of focus, so I apologise for that. But my actual execution felt really janky, and it just didn't feel great, but it is what it is. I've never attempted a 3 count triple at 105. Granted, it was not 3 count, but it was long pauses still, to be fair. 3 count single at 110, just shy of 3 count, I think, and it didn't feel super great, like hovering on my chest, but really happy with that. And actually, for the last few months, I've kind of felt like, last comp I opened at 110, and I took a 5 jump into a 2 kilo jump, which is my normal kind of jumps on comp day, providing all feels good. And I would like to aim for about 120 at comp, which means I'm probably gonna have to open as a minimum at 110. And just with how bench has felt the last few months, I didn't know if that was actually gonna be possible, but I finally feel like absolute confidence 110 as a minimum opener won't be an issue, so that's also really good. Anyway, get ahead in, stop talking, and get to the gym as quickly as possible. Also need to quickly just also tell Lewis that I took Larson super light to make up for the fact that bench obviously wasn't amazing, so I'll just quickly send him a message just saying that, and then we're all good. Okay, so firstly, the heater is on like right near the camera, so apologies for the background noise if you can hear that like buzzing away. It is cold. It is 6 p.m. literally on the dot on Tuesday evening, and it has been a non-stop day. I have managed to just spend 40 minutes just sat on the sofa with Grey's Anatomy on, just like breathe, chill, actually just have a little bit of downtime before I started. Obviously the negative side of that is the fact, I don't know what's going on with my hair. The negative side of that is the fact that I've then had to start training later, but I could not train the way that I had been today. I have been non-stop today, not even work, like insurance issues, like dealing with car insurance, and my car is also under warranty, 2 completely separate issues I've had to keep ringing people about, getting messed around, being told the wrong things, chasing people, filling in paperwork, trying to get everything done as quickly as possible. It's just been a nightmare. My car that I bought last month is still under warranty, and I'm trying to deal with getting some stuff fixed on that because it literally wouldn't pass an MOT with the current state that it's in, even though I bought it with a full 11 months MOT. It had been completely botched when it was done, and the garage have literally said that to me, that they now want to see it in person, so I have to take it to them on Monday next week. Big, stressful, just, I'm running around, it feels like I'm endlessly running around, and because I want everything just sorted, it's like I'm trying everything they need me to do, I'm literally doing as they tell me, which then just makes my to-do list for the day just so much longer. On top of that, I'm still dealing with an insurance issue or insurance claim from an accident I had over 4 years ago, where my insurance company has just been super slack, and it's literally just been constant chasing them. So I've been dealing with that today as well. And I thought it was literally just gonna be 1 phone call to each, and that was all I needed to do today, but it ended up just being constant back and forth. And it's just been a lot. And yeah, that on top of just actually working as well, I've just not stopped today, and my brain has just been all over the place, and like I've been told quite a few things like wrong, so I've had to like go back and chase people for stuff, and it's just not been a fun day of adulting. And I like to try and do things like, I'm good at taking on a lot at once, like I am very good at that, and not even work-wise, just generally, like I am good at taking on a lot at once, but I'm also very aware that I don't want to overstress myself and crumble, and especially at the moment with prep for British and stuff, like I do not want to be stressing about anything, especially as it's now week 4, my last heavy week, but I don't think it'll impact training today, so it's not a problem. But one thing I do to try and stay on top of being just a generally busy person is I just deal with things as quickly as possible. So like I really try and not put off like ringing my insurance company, for example, or ringing people to chase for stuff. Like especially on my personal life side, because obviously with coaching, I book calls in, they're in my calendar, I don't have to stress. I'm messaging my clients most days anyway, or like, well, each person most days, but like I'm messaging people back daily. That's all fine, that's not causing me any stress. It's when I then have like personal admin-y type stuff, just adult things that I have to deal with, to avoid them kind of adding to my plate, I try and just tick them off as quickly as possible. And so today it's just felt like a lot, I don't want anything to carry over into tomorrow, so I've been just trying to make sure everything gets done today. And to be fair, I've got everything I can, like everything within my control is done. But because it was just such a non-stop day, I then had to walk Zuko, which I'm so thankful that I have to walk that dog, because it gave me an hour just outside. I never wear headphones when I walk him. I don't go on my phone. I have like a no phone rule. And apart from if I'm taking pictures of him looking cute, or if my boyfriend messages me something I need to reply, but like generally don't go on my phone on the dog walk. And I just like enjoy being outside in the peace and quiet. And obviously we bump into people and chat a little bit, but it's just like a full-on, that's not the right word, it's just a switch off for my brain basically, and a bit of a reset. So I had that hour with him, came home, had a few more little like kind of behind the scenes coachy bits to do for about an hour, and then it was chill out, eat, get ready to train, or like get in a better headspace to train, because I think going straight from work to training just does not work for me, but also straight from the dog walk to training also doesn't work. Like I need a little bit of time between the two. So I came back from the dog walk, got my last few tasks done, had an apple, made sure to drink plenty as well because I did not want to be dehydrated for today's session, and now we are here. But my eye is like itching. We are good. We're in a good spot. I'm excited for this session. It's a pretty heavy session. I've got ascending 4s on squats into a top double. My 4s have been capped at 165, so that means the double will be capped at 175, which I'm hoping I can hit. The target RPE for the top set of 4 is an RPE 6.5 to 7, I believe, and then the single hasn't got a target RPE. It's just add 10 for a set load. Not the single, the double. Add 10 for a set load for a double after the final set of 4. So I'm thinking I'm going to start at like 145, do 155 if it feels good, and then 165, and then a double at 175 is ideal plan. But obviously if I don't feel amazing, I can take that down and take like 7.5 jumps or smaller. And And then I've got 2x6 at 1:30 on high bar, which I probably won't film because that's not overly fun to watch. And then I've got sumo tempo to knee, which I've been terrible at tempo to knee. But last week, by the final set, I think I nailed it. And I just had to remember to go a little bit wider. So I'm going to try and remember that for tonight and get all 3 sets before at 140. I think it's a set load on sumo. I'm going to get those moving better than last week. And then I've got RDLs to do here and then go to the gym, do accessories. I have got 1 accessory that I had to carry over from last night because we could not get on the seated row machine at all. So I just moved that to today because hopefully she'll be a little bit quiet because yesterday was a Monday and Monday in the gym is always busy. But the rest of the stuff for tonight is legs and I can get that session done in a good 20-25 minutes. So that's all good. And then I have also tracked myself a post-workout McFlurry. They've got like the new flavours. I think my boyfriend was telling me the other day, I think it's like a caramel pretzel flavour, which doesn't actually sound amazing to me. But I was like, I need something. I need a nice little sweet treat post-training to de-stress, and we are nearly out of food. I needed to do a food shop today, but that had to get bumped because I did not have time. So I'm gonna have that after I've trained and a protein shake, and then I'll probably just chill out and just go to bed and just, yeah, chill out in bed. Because I'm up early tomorrow, but tomorrow work-wise is definitely nowhere near as bad. Still got fairly long to-do list, but I shouldn't be working past like 5, and I'm hoping to walk Zuko about 2:30, 3, because then it's not dark, because it gets dark just after 4 now, which is just really annoying. So I'm going to try and walk him like 2:30, 3, come home, work until 5, 5:30, and then done, relaxing evening. Tomorrow is a rest day. Something I'm also going to speak to Lewis about as well is potentially changing my training days as for next block. I'll obviously let you guys know if that ends up happening, but basically my logic at the moment is I compete on a Sunday, and at the moment my primary squats and bench are on a Saturday. So if we essentially just shove everything back a day, then my primary day will land on the same day of the week as comp, which isn't a necessary thing to do, and if it wasn't for the fact that Mondays and Tuesdays are so busy for me, I wouldn't even think about it. But my logic is Mondays have been really overwhelming lately, so potentially if we just scoot these 2 training days back, well, all of my training days back, and I have Monday as a rest day, that would actually probably be a really good thing for me, because then I can get a lot of Tuesday's to-do list done on my Monday, and then Tuesday I can finish a little bit earlier than I have been, have a little bit less stress hopefully, and also then train in good time. And then Wednesdays and Thursdays I would say are my quietest coaching days anyway, so then I can just, yeah, push things back. It should be a good thing, but I'll see what he says. Obviously I'm just going to go by what he tells me. And yeah, I think that's probably everything I've got to say. I need to crack on. The room is actually heating up. You can see my head like blowing from the heater. So I'm just going to chill for a couple more minutes in here, get warming up, get squats done.
God is to get anyone she likes, but when she's looking at me like that, I know she's only mine. My friends think she's so dumb and stupid, but I won't tell anyone. Her hands are in my hair, whispering in my ear. I won't tell anyone, not a soul. But when we are alone, she's touching me. Well, I'm a sucker for it, give it to me. The way she's looking at me, she's so damn perfect. It's so damn worth it. The secret we keep. Yeah, I'm a sucker for it. Well, I'm a sucker for it. My friends think she's so dumb and stupid, but I won't tell anyone. Her hands are in my hair, whisper in my ear. I won't tell anyone. Not a soul.
Okay, so just checked my phone. Lewis is now going through my videos from yesterday, and all I've got so far is what on earth was that 3rd rep on 105, which was my 3 count triple from earlier in the video on bench, where I like realised I hadn't held it long enough, like, because I started to press and then I held it and then I pressed again, and it was just really messy, so that made me laugh. So squats and sumo deadlifts, can't speak, are done. I've just got RDLs left to do in a sec, so have a little bit of a break. I said that I'm going to film this now, I'm going to carry on, but the bar is loaded for RDLs, so I'm actually really happy. I tried to squat with my fringe down, because I've been wearing this hideous headband for squats for ages now, just to get my hair out of my face, especially when it was hotter. Like, I hate having my hair in my face, and like when I'm training, especially when I'm squatting. and I realised I can't squat with my fringe down, which means at nationals, because I'm not capable of doing my hair, I'm probably gonna have to wear this for squats, because obviously I'm not sacrificing my performance based on the fact that my hair's in my face. So I was like, oh, well, tonight I'll just try doing my ascending sets with my fringe down. And I think I did up to 155. I don't think I did the 165 with my hair down, I can't remember. But it just felt awful, and I felt so off balance. Like everything just felt wrong and uncoordinated. But having said that, the 165 set of 4, I don't even think was necessarily an RP6. Like, it was super comfortable. And the 175 double was probably about an RP6. Like, it was, I could have kept going for days, and that was a really good position to be in, especially when like stress levels have been pretty high today. Obviously nutrition has been like on point today and pretty much perfect. Hydration and stuff has all been ticked. It's literally just stress that's kind of been not optimal, but really happy with how squats went. And then sumo, I actually tempoed my tempo to knee. Like, thank God I actually got it right. I just went wider. My third set was also my best. I didn't film that one on the camera. The one I filmed on my camera was the first set. Second set, I forgot to re-chalk my hand, so by the fourth rep it was starting to slip a little bit, but I did still manage it. And that's the thing with sumo as well, like my grip feels so much more solid than it did on conventional. Like, sometimes I would drop the bar on conventional, but that was also a positioning thing, I think. But with sumo, I think because my body just can't get in the way because my legs are out of the way and stuff, like my grip feels really strong. So I did the 140 for 3 sets of 4. Third set, I went slightly wider, like only ever so slightly, and it felt perfect. And I really paid attention to where I lined myself up on the bar. So I know for Saturday, because I'm trying to powering through Saturday, because last time I went there, I wasn't lining myself up properly because I'd got used to lining myself up with the floor here, because there's lines on the floor, on the deadlift platform, and I hadn't been lining myself up with the bar. I'm very out of breath if you can't tell from how much I'm stuttering over my words. So I really paid attention to this block of lining myself up with the bar rather than the floor, so that when I go to powering through / comp and I'm not training at home, I can get my positioning right. So I know for Saturday where I need to stand for my like heavy single, well, all my reps. But yeah, I'm feeling really good. Hips have been aching quite a lot. So Sunday we did 20,000 steps, which I'm not built to do that many steps. And it was like spread throughout the day, to be fair. We took Zuko on a long walk in the morning, went in the city and just had like a wander around. Then came home, took Zuko on another walk to visit my boyfriend's grandparents or grandma, and his parents were there and stuff as well. So we took Zuko around there and then walked back. So overall, I think Zuko had like 2 hours of a walk on Sunday, as well as just walking around all day in the city. So yeah, I was over 20,000 steps. And then when we got home at the end of the day, my hips were really aching and like my joints were, which is pretty normal for me, especially with it being colder and stuff as well. And I was a little bit worried with sumo that it was going to cause a problem. It definitely didn't feel any worse or any better from sumo. Like, it just kind of feels exactly the same. So it's just something I need to be paying attention to. But it's fine, it's all good. Anyway, nothing else to really say. I'm really happy with that. I'm in a really good position. I feel super strong, even when things aren't feeling 100% natural. Like, squats didn't feel 100% like smooth and natural, but I'm still feeling strong overall. So that is a really good position to be in. I'm gonna wrap the video up here. I'm gonna get my RDLs done, go get my accessories done, have my McFlurry, have my protein shake. What a nice treat I'm having. And then just chill out before I go to bed. So thank you if you've made it to the end. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll hopefully see you in a couple days for the next one.